Kylie Fox and Travis Flynn wrote this awesome, quirky song called No Mow May. We recorded it here in the studio, and I want to show you some things that I like about the tune. So let's build the mix, and I'll show you some stuff. All right, so this is basically a kind of like acoustic duet sort of song. Kylie and Travis are both solo musicians. They have both their own solo projects and bands, and they kind of came together to co-write this song. Kylie had a show at the Cap, and she got Travis to come up and play the song. I was there, and I was watching the show, and they played the song, and I just thought it was so good, and I loved it. And then afterwards, I told them that I would love to record it because I just had a whole idea of the production and just like a way to kind of go about the recording that I thought would be really fun and interesting to do. And they said yes. They said, yeah, let's do it. So we quickly got into the studio and recorded the tune. We basically did it in like one session. And it was really fun. Kind of the inspiration when we kind of got into the studio about how we wanted to go about it was we all kind of thought about that. It's a song by the Moldy Peaches. It's on like Juno, I think, or something like that. Like that was basically kind of like the vibe that we were going for, a kind of quirky indie film, indie tune sort of thing. And then this is what we got. So I'll just kind of show you some individual things. We'll start off with the acoustic guitar. Perfect. And then a little later on in the song, when all of the band comes in, we basically tracked it again, and then it goes left, right. So I'll play that here. Yeah, pretty cool. So the acoustic guitar is kind of the centerpiece along with the vocals. So this is, again, it's a duet, and when I saw them doing the song live, I wanted to capture that kind of that duet kind of intimacy, again, the kind of quirkiness of the song. So I got them to actually sing it at the same time. So in the kind of vocal booth, I just kind of set up two different vocal mics, and they were just kind of facing each other, and that's kind of how we did the vocals. So if I kind of play it from a chorus here, where is it? Right here. Okay. So play that.
About the laundry that I haven't switched out, 'cause I'm as lazy as a daisy on a summer's day. I don't care what the landlord will say, 'cause it's a no more kind of May. We're overgrown here and we like it that way.
Yeah, super cool. And then, we added in some percussion. I'll play the percussion with the acoustic guitar. So just the acoustic guitar, the percussion, and the two vocals, that's like half the song. I guess there's also a little bit of a lead guitar. which is something that we kind of added right at the very end. And we took actually that Moldy Peaches song, took a little bit more of inspiration from that tune. And in that song, they have like a banjo, I think is what it is, playing like just quietly in the background. Because that song, again, it's just kind of chords and 2 vocals. So I guess maybe to make it a little bit more interesting, just there's a little like banjo kind of popping in and out. So we took that idea, but there actually is a kind of solo section here. So I'll just play that solo guitar. Nope, I guess not. I don't know why it is not working here. Let's see. Oh. So let's play a little bit of that solo guitar here. So yeah, it just has that little bit of a solo section, then it's kind of playing a little bit underneath. You can actually hear that it's kind of like distorting a little bit. I threw it through this like old compressor that I have, and it really distorts in like a kind of cool way. I didn't actually realize I was hitting it that hard that it was kind of overdriving, but you know, sounds pretty cool to me. Didn't really notice. So okay, so let's move to the second half of the tune, and this is basically where we sort of veer off from the idea of that Moldy Peaches tune and throw in some more instrumentation, just kind of like a big hurrah for like the last chorus, as well as this awesome scat part. So let's bring in the other instruments. Yeah, so what we added in there was a cajon and a bass and then a tambourine, just to kind of spice some things up. The cajon is a funny instrument here in the studio because we have one, and surprisingly, it makes its way onto recordings more often than I would have ever expected. But it is a cool instrument. I think it adds to the kind of funness of the song, not actually having a kit on there, but just more percussion based. I think that's really cool. And the other instrument that made its way on is this whistle, which happens right before all the instruments come in. So we'll just play that. Yeah, the whistle is so awesome. It's just a slide whistle. I don't know. It's somewhere in here, but we definitely did a handful of takes to get the perfect kind of slide. And the other thing about the sound of the whistle that I like, that is fun for me, is I have a guitar reverb pedal that I use as like an outboard reverb box. It's the Electro Harmonix Holier Grail, and it has a setting on there called Flurb. And it's the weirdest, most unusable reverb sound you'd ever hear. It essentially has a flanger on the reverb. It's super, super weird, but I've always wanted to put it on something, and this whistle part was the perfect instrument to do it. So it kind of gives it this like sort of spacey, reverby sound to it, which is really fun. Okay, and the last thing I'd like to highlight is the scatting part. So it's a little later in the tune, and this was perfect. A perfect example of why I think going with Kylie and Travis singing together at the same time really kind of made a lot of sense for this part. So not only were they playing off each other singing, but then when the scat part came, they really did like scat it. Like it was always a little bit different. It's improvised. You never really know what's going to happen. So when we were doing the vocals, we kind of gave ourselves a couple more extra takes on this part, and every take was awesome, but then it just kept getting better and better. And then the last one that we did was the one that made it onto the song, and Kylie hits this really high note to kind of finish it off. It's the perfect kind of crescendo. But my favorite part about it is it threw Travis off, and he kind of laughs, and it was just so hilarious that we decided to keep it in. So we'll play the scat part here and then listen to Travis sing right after that. In the last chorus, you'll hear him kind of laugh a little bit. So let's play that part.
And we like it that way.
Yeah, that is so awesome. So that's it. That is No Mow May by Kylie Fox and Travis Flynn. Go check it out. The song's out now. Listen to it all May long. It's a great tune. And thanks for watching. Peace.